Welcome back to the show. Great to have you with us today. We've talked many times about the incredibly damaging so-called ex-gay therapy. This sometimes involves praying away your homosexuality. Sometimes it involves doing very, very strange exercises with a so-called therapist who is actually just some often unlicensed Christian counselor. And we now have learned that the former director of one of these ex-gay ministries that endorsed very, very aggressive conversion therapy has married his same-sex partner in a ceremony performed in Oklahoma. This is John Smid, who was the director of Love in Action, a Memphis-based group about which he once said, "I would rather you commit suicide than have you leave Love in Action wanting to return to the gay lifestyle." This was an insanely dangerous group. They were the subject of protests in 2005 after a gay teen who was being forced to attend it posted this camp that they did. It was a straight camp, posted the rules to his blog. Smid would appear on Fox News, etc., etc. Shortly after closing the refuge in 2007, Smid resigned as the executive director of Love in Action. 4 years later, divorced his wife. A year later, met the man who would ultimately become his husband, Larry McQueen. On Facebook, Smid wrote, "I realized this week that my relationship with Larry is a mirror I see in every day. For most of my life, the mirror I saw reflected my mistakes, shortcomings, failures. The reflection I see today with Larry shows me the positive things in my life." He and his husband were married, as I said, in a ceremony in Oklahoma, because Texas still refuses to issue same-sex marriages. Obviously, right? I mean, what else is there to say here, Lewis? Obviously, there is no such thing as reparative ex-gay conversion therapy. It is dangerous. You might be able to get someone not to live a life that corresponds with their sexuality, but you cannot change their sexuality.
Yeah, whether or not the ex-gay therapists realize that that's what's happening, ultimately all they can do is try and suppress this in someone.
Well, yeah.
And it's not going to work. But the ex-gay therapists are probably just going to say that this guy's an exception to their I don't know, their process.
Of course, they will write it off. And the saddest part is great. We've heard about this guy's story, and now, even though who knows how many lives he's ruined, he now at least is able to live his life as himself, as who he truly is. But think about how many people are still in this type of pray away the gay voodoo nonsense around the country. And it doesn't matter for them that this guy now is living his life in a real way. They're still in this highly dangerous stuff, which should be completely made against the law.
Very true. I am glad, though, that he did come out and admit that this was what was happening, because he could have easily just slipped off the radar and not let anyone know what was really going on. But at least now the people he tried to help will see what happened with him.